then to Alpha X that you think you could handle on the side of Monster Shield?
Honestly, it just comes to the point of just getting that priority as we're going to be getting into draft. So Monster Shield showing respect for this Raz pickup and Raz play from Replay. So, and also now you mentioned the Valheim being banned out here on the red side here by Alpha X.
I want to see priority on picks that enable Alpha X's strategy, mainly Mina. Mina can be mixed with either any sort of aggressive jungler or aggressive mid laner. So right now, let's see, Senial, there's this change in bans here. It's the Raz and the Senial.
You can even still see there, players are smiling even though you're down one game. Still got the confidence. You know,
gotta give it
playing a little bit
not
there.
Over till
Perfect.
It's over.
That's the plan. They're going to go through river. He's made a boat.
Oh.
Either way, though.
Beautiful.
Second ban coming in here quite shortly for Alpha X on what they decide to do here.
Lindis.
Okay.
Interesting.
So this is actually kind of a power. I think this is actually a nice move here by Alpha X because now you're pretty much forcing Monster Shield to have to leave up the Violet. Maybe you can pick up another option onto the side. No, it gets banned out possibly here if that gets put away.
Yeah,
here.
take out the junglers. I like this. I mean, get
Cricknack then becomes the main priority. Monster
and
Shield.
Slims.
Yeah, the Slims is still a possibility, but these teams have been really bloody.
Yes, I'm interested whether or not Alpha X decides to ban the Chognar here, because that would mean Monster Shield could have first priority on the Mina pick, but another side lane priority ban on the side of MS, so perhaps hold that thought.
Hold it just for a second.
Still waiting here. Yeah. For Alpha X, do you want to give over? It's pretty much what do you want to give over at this point? Or what do you want to leave up? I believe it's still an Omen that was banned on the left side, so I don't know what happened to our little square there.
Right.
That or was it even banned away?
Yeah, it was.
Was it actually
I saw the
locked
ban
in?
going through there.
Okay.
Alright.
Because I thought they might leave the Violet open now to get it to pick, maybe, if Alpha X not banning it.
Maybe they would ban a Chognar since Alpha X really banks on the heavy CC aggression that supplements their comp well early. But I guess Malak is a different approach on this draft.
So they don't want the front line they don't want to have to deal with that front line and an aggressive engage that could come out from this Malik, which is understandable because Alpha X, their comp was very much a
Dang, girl.
all right, Monster Shield.
They banned Superman last time. This time they're like, all right, you're not going to ban Superman. We're going to take Superman.
Now show me that this is actually going to be worth the priority.
Right?
Because now you just gave over likely a Cricknack
Yeah.
Or Violet.
to Alpha X.
Cricknack, I would want to see a Natalia once again from Alpha X, the trio that really dominated the competition. Mina, Cricknack, Natalia. And
I
we'll
think
have to
they
see.
take Mina Chognar. Ooh, the
No,
Violet.
you want to at least secure that Violet so it wasn't actually banned away. It was the Omen that was banned out. So you want to pick that next highest tier that you can in the jungle. If you're on Monster Shield now, you might as well get the Chognar without that the Mina was shown.
Yes.
Because you don't want to give both of those over to Alpha X. And then at this point, I think you lock in the Cricknack for the jungle.
There's the Chognar showing right now.
Most definitely to counter that Mina, especially during the early game, at least it will repair and minimize the pressure.
The big thing with like the Superman lock-in too, the Superman needs to get rolling early. So for Monster Shield, they need to change up a little bit of their game plan, and that might mean, you know, taking different routes to the jungle. You don't want to get caught out there.
There was not an Omen ban because he is potentially getting picked
So
here.
it was actually, okay, Monster Shield, they're playing mind games on us. They're pretty much letting open an extra pick to see whether or not Alpha X was going to even take the Omen. So this is now incredible side lane power from Monster Shield. And I guess now, at this point, he can even go a little bit more tanky because that Omen and that Superman are going to be doing a ton of damage.
Yeah, this is a completely different Monster Shield because earlier they went Arduin as well as Irie. Irie, understandable, but Arduin, more of a utility for the team, but having Omen and Superman so aggressive, at least they have that Chognar for that safety. Now they're missing their jungle still and as well as their mid laner, so I'm very curious. Moving over to Alpha X on the other hand, I'm wondering what side lanes they decide to face Superman and Omen.
That's a big question.
Because usually the Omen is your answer for Superman. that's the issue here, is what does Alpha X believe they can bring to the table? Maybe fight it with aggression. The Tulin also in the mid lane as the mage. Wouldn't be a shock. We have seen it now a couple times. It's popped up. So gonna have some damage, a lot of damage here actually from Alpha X. So this is kind of looking pretty similar to last time. I really doubted Monster Shield.
Butterfly.
That would be aggressive. That would be gutsy. And considering
that's what they're going for.
Honestly, at this point, maybe you throw everything out the window and just say, hey, we're just going to play, you know, as hard as possible into this game too, because no matter if we lose, we just go down to the losers bracket. If we win, hey, we force a game 3.
Yeah, bring out all the tricks, man. Open up that bag of tricks right now.
It's all locked in. Are you serious?
Whoa.
Okay.
Right, Butterfly.
So maybe for some of you that aren't too familiar with the Butterfly
Jinar's fine. You do want to penetrate the back line for sure and just go all in your face for Alpha X, but Butterfly, I'm curious.
I'm jelly of his right now because this is going to be an insane game to cast. The arm, though, was never
left
out.
open.
Yeah.
I feel like that could have been the man there for Monster Shield, actually, if they wanted to. But instead, they wanted to play mind games, maybe distract Alpha X. But for those that aren't too familiar at times, Butterfly is literally the epitome of solo queue.
Yes.
Either is going to do literally one of the situations where you can 1v5 the enemy team, or you literally put your team down one member.
Completely useless.
Yes, so for Monster Shield, this is their opportunity to show otherwise, but we thought that was going to be bloody in game 1. I think it's going to be a bloodbath for Monster Shield.
Terrified. Just think about Aram with Mina combined, and you got Violet shooting at him from the other side, and Tulin on the other side of that. Like,
I don't know, because this is actually kind of interesting, because now if the Butterfly tries to engage, instant Aram ult will come on down. Can't do anything, is pretty much useless there for the next 3 to 5 seconds. Like, it's, if you want to see it, the arm pick actually might just completely nullify this Butterfly.
Exactly, but I feel like they're relying too much on the Chognar perhaps, and that's the reason why you mentioned Arum would be that secondary, you know, solo target CC that would immediately, bam, insta 4v5.
Are we going to see another match of Alpha X? Or maybe not. We'll see that if Butterfly is able to bring back Monster Shield into the series, or are we sending down Monster Shield down to the lower bracket. Rip and Sujay, we'll find out.
I'm right here. Thank you so much. I look like Rip apparently, but thank you so much, Renee. But yeah, what an interesting draft so far from
yeah, I mean, Butterfly could work. It's more of the tanky jungle build, and that's when she excels. She can absorb a lot of damage, and the thing about her is the longer fights, the better. Every time she lands a kill, her assassin passive activates, which refreshes all of her abilities and restores 12% of her HP. So if she gets killed, she can basically get kill after kill after kill. One of the most frustrating things, especially when you started playing Arena Val in the early stages, right?
So, okay, very interesting draft from Monster Shield. Now, Alpha X, performance amazing. Game 1, thoughts on Game 2 for this draft?
Yeah, I think the thing about Alpha X is they have such a solid composition there. The Aram can counter like the Butterfly, like Oppo said, but also can counter the Chognar. Chognar can get snared and then he can't use his ability, and then Mina can then follow up with a Dark Dominion as well.
Oh my goodness, I think we might be drowning in pools of blood here, because when you see bodies hitting the floor maybe, but you know what? What is going on here? Because YR gets taken down so fast here, less than 30 seconds into the game.
Yeah, YR just flew in there and then all of a sudden walked around his opponents, wasn't auto-attacking. Then we're going to get another pause here, like the other 2 games that we had. So it looks like there's some technical issues here, unfortunately. But interesting move by YR there. He had a nice engage, pushing Moonwan and you know, Lindels into their team, and they could have got a kill there, but Moonwan expertly flickered right to safety.
I was so excited because I saw 5 and 5 like clashing right in the middle. I thought it was going to be a gang fight or something, but I think we still have some technical issues coming out from these players, unfortunately, but I'm really looking forward to see how much kills are going to happen in this game.
Yeah, and I want to see what YR is going to do in his Superman, because, you know, he's not playing jungle like he normally does. I haven't seen him on this Superman. I know it was target ban against him that one game. So maybe the man from Krypton can save Monster Shield here, but Butterfly, again, I'm just curious to see how they're going to leverage her in this game, because if they play her right, she can be very, very good, but a lot of good teams just know how to counter her.
Yeah, because we've never seen Butterfly at all during the group stages, day 1, day 2, day 1 on main event, even today as well as first time we've seen Butterfly throughout this whole tournament itself. But going back to YR, his performance was lacking here on the jungle, so maybe they're gonna give them a little bit more of a comfortable pick. Maybe he really wants to play that Superman.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how they're going to build the Butterfly. Tank Butterfly is what works better, and you want to build something like the Spirit of Long Genius, so the longer she fights, the more target she shreds from you, the armor she shreds. And of course, her ultimate backstab allows her to basically teleport behind the enemy opponent with the lowest HP, and it gives her significant damage, like 60% damage reduction actually.
There you go, back into the game.
Ooh,
Melanie! Almost actually got
Lindels is going to grab that blue golem, which is very, very bad for Daofeng here. He's the one actually playing jungle this time, not side lane.
Well, you know, it's okay. 1 minute into the game. Pretty early so far right now. I'm going to try to secure this Might Golem in the bottom side of the jungle. So, 1-0 already, though, for Alpha X. So they definitely have a slight lead in the beginning. Bottom lane, Mia holding her own here in the bottom lane,
ooh,
but we
look
see
at this.
rotations coming in from Alpha X.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she kind of knows. Mia kind of knows what's happening. Back off, very smart as the Omen here.
yeah, they're just applying a pressure as well right now. Force rotations to the mid lane.
Yeah, again, they do these nice 3-on rotations.
Yeah.
That's what I really like about Alpha X. Just they seem much more organized as a team right now. And you notice their movements are just tighter and more in sync than Monster Shield.
Yeah, and also Elendils again with that Mina. Perfect initiations early on in game 1, and he pulled the same in game 2. So far, really passive plays from both teams, but rotations as well. I would say this time around, rotations pretty much the same here from both teams. Monster Shield also catching up, but as I say it, rotations yet again as well coming up from Alpha X. They just non-stop moving here.
Yeah, nice flicker there to get to safety. Mia didn't die, so now they're going to take advantage here. Nice Spirit Sentinel is going to be taken there for Daofeng, but they're going to trade the Dragon, and beautiful decision by Alpha X here.
I mean, they already had that bottom advantage, pushing Mia away, so definitely had the advantage here to take down the Abyssal Dragon. Right now, middle lane is under huge pressure here. Only Sherry and Manto to defend this tier 1 tower, and rotations yet again coming. Look at how fast they rotate.
Yeah, and Melanie knows he can snare Mia here, and the snare is going to be so dangerous, but look at the rotation. They're big trouble here. That snare is going to put them so low, and then Dark Domain comes out, and they secure the kill.
Yeah, secured by Mina, and right now rotations in mid lane as well. Muwan goes in, but what? They're still perfectly fine here. But YR back again as well with the Superman coming in, taking down Violet, and right now pushing back Elendils. I think
help
there's
him
some
out.
issues here. I think he's just gonna, you know
like
what? There's pretty much
some issue with the phone. Going to do another pause here.
Seems to have a lot of issues here.
Yeah,
for,
unfortunately. But really nice though by YR. I do like his positioning as Superman. You know, that's one of the hard things you have to learn with him. You want to get in the right position. You have to also activate Purify at the right time, because if anyone slows you or casts any type of CC, they put you right out of fight mode. So Superman has to use that Purify at the right decision and engage with it, pushing back the enemy team. So YR showing that his Superman is very solid mechanically here.
All right, so far a few minutes into the game, let's just minor analyze the game so far. Do you think Monster Shield is doing a better job this time?
Slightly better job. I still feel like they're disorganized. They're not moving together as a team. You can see Alpha X's rotation, the way they move through river, allows them to really get some good picks, because Monster Shield kind of is unaware of the rotations that Alpha X does. And, you know, Alpha X is prioritizing Dragon side, and that's exactly what you want to do. As a top team, every top team knows that the first 6 minutes, especially at the 2-minute mark, Dragon is the most important objective, because that gives you a level lead. It allows you to get ahead and allows you to really open up that jungle and do some invades and shut down your opponent. So I feel like Monster Shield, you know, is not playing like they used to, because yesterday they were doing a really good job of making sure they don't lose that Dragon.
Exactly, and still waiting for some the issues to actually be rectified by the admins on the side of Alpha X here. Do apologize for the technical difficulties. You know what Alpha X did? The rotations are just so on point. They're always so fast with the rotations, getting kills after kills, and when they don't get a kill, they get an objective.
Yeah, and that's the key there. And they're constantly putting so much pressure in that mid lane. And when they win the mid lane, they rotate to the side lane, right? And then they get a gank. And that's something that, you know, as Monster Shield, you should be aware. If the enemy team is going to push the mid lane, where do you think they're going to go, right?
Yeah.
Side lane is going to be a threat. And that's something they have to be aware of and make sure they don't get ganked. And I feel like Monster Shield falls to that. They fall prey to that every single time.
Yeah, and not to mention, I like how you mentioned that because I feel like they do this every single match against anybody that they play. In the middle lane, a lot of pressure, and then they rotate back to another lane and then get an objective and then constantly rotating and rotating. I feel like a lot of teams should be able to catch up by now.
Yeah, it's kind of like macro 101 too, if you really think about it. Because if you look just map awareness, you know, because I've been a coach and a pro player myself, if any of the side laners are missing from your enemy team and you don't see them, the immediate threat is mid lane. Always, because that's where they're going to rotate to, you know, and that's where the mid laner, they have to be careful. And right now, every single time, Monster Shield's mid laner or mid lane in general it's the area of weakness there. Where they're losing it, they're getting ganked, they're getting poked down really low, like we saw last game. And what happens when you're low? Your enemy opponent you fall back. Any opponent has the map pressure, and they rotate the dragon. They take the dragon because you're low.
Yeah,
and that's what you cannot happen, especially around the 2-minute mark. Everyone should know that a good team is going to go for that dragon. So you cannot put yourself in a bad position. You cannot get low, because if you do that, guess what? You're going to give a dragon for free.
Yeah, if you give dragon, if there's no dragon, you can rotate to mid lane and then try to minimize the damage onto your enemy teams. And then if there's no dragon, rotate to another lane, get a kill, because there's no way they're going to even rotate to help that lane because they're already all so low.
Yeah, and another thing is, once a team takes dragon, where's the threat next?
Yes.
Right? They have to kind of really think through it. And it's the immediate bot lane where the dragon is. That's the easiest way to rotate. So if you're the bot laner and you're overextended past the river, then that team that just took dragon is going to rotate on top of you. And I feel like a lot of teams don't see that, and they kind of fall prey to it.
Very good point there. Mia was definitely not overextending. He was literally right under that T1 turret.
Muwan gets the kill on Manto there on top lane. Very nice. And we know Muwan's Ryoma is just disgusting.
And now they are on par when it comes to when it comes to the kills. 3-3. Currently the score 4 kills. 3.5 minutes into the game. Melanie back to bottom lane. YR so far doing a really good job in the Superman.
Yeah, he is doing a great job on a Superman here. Hopefully the Butterfly is going to continue to pass up a look at, again, mid lane. Always, every single time they win mid lane, they win the river control, and then from there they make a decision to rotate down. Look at Muwan, he's out of his lane, and he's gonna try to get some vision onto enemy jungle here and set up for the dragon that's coming up.
Yeah, like you mentioned, they're pressuring mid lane
every time.
And Muwan going in onto Sherry as well. You might want to try to at least heal some health here, but why are coming from the back line? And he's trying to push them back, but there's definitely a mistake and a misplay there, and he will get taken down. I think they're gonna go onto it, Sherry. Sherry will be able to survive.
Oh, no, Thunderbird! Oh, the block from Manto. What a god! Saving his teammate's life.
It's like you saw your life.
Oh,
the light is diminishing, but Mia yet again as well.
Get out! Get out! Oh, he's not going to be able to really... Oh, goodbye, my friend.
Goodbye. Have a nice day. And there you go. He closed the door there for Mia. And now top lane will get pushed yet again as well.
And
Alpha X definitely pulling a hit
very smart by Daofeng though. Got the Abyssal Drive by himself. And Muwan in trouble. He's going to get the kill. And look at that backstab is going to be used there. But not enough damage, you know. Tanky Mina is going to come up. But Sherry needs some help. Daofeng's going to continue to farm. And this is good news here. If Butterfly can get super ahead, then she can literally carry and 1v5 an enemy team.
The replay almost won. That's not going to be easy because that's a Chogner.
Yeah. Chognar is low tanking. Look at the backstab. Beautiful combo there. YR and Daofeng just popping it off there, working together. Security kills.
Wow, Monster Shield actually showing some
They're
signs
ahead.
of life here.
Yeah, this is great. I love how Daofeng is playing this Butterfly. And if he gets fed, that is super scary because he can just constantly get a kill, get all of his abilities refreshed, cast another backstab, and just keep killing. That's what makes Butterfly so good.
Well, this YR versus Muwan matchup at the bottom lane has been proving very good so far for YR on that Superman middle lane. Lindis trying to clear the wave as fast as possible. Sherry's rotating back to that middle lane to provide support to Jinna. Bottom lane, Moon1 seems to be struggling a little bit here.
Yeah, Sherry is going to back off, going to run away. Oh, nice. Energy surge going to be dropped there by the Chognar.
Look at
But look at that constant mid-wave control, and Mia is in trouble here. He's got to get out. Oh no!
Yeah, flicks back, goes back into it.
Wow, that
Take it
flicker
out.
and then that death sip to pull
Yeah.
right back into harm's way.
He definitely predicted that.
Yeah,
100%. That was very well played there by the Mina player, Illendels.
Lindos is
Yeah.
amazing on Mina. They got to be careful of his engages with a Dr. Minion.
There you go, top lane as well. Trying to focus on towards his tier 1 tower, take it down with no contest whatsoever maybe. If not, if YR is not going to do anything about it, so let it go for now. But still, in favor of Monster Shield. It's been a while.
Yeah, and that's one thing, Mia, again, decision making, you can't invade a single. It just never works. A single or duo invade never works. You want to do 3 to 4 man rotations.
Another huge team fight coming in. Oh, misses the death side there, but it's okay. Now, YR is back in the middle lane.
And look at his rotation every single time. They win the river and they rotate the dragon immediately, and then Monster Shield doesn't respawn, doesn't try to get a kill or steal it. You know, they're trading jungle at least here.
I feel like the timing, the rotations coming up from Alpha
Yeah.
is just way too quick. And
Oh
they get the
my
tier 1
goodness.
turret bottom lane, and Mia yet again gets caught out.
Yeah, this is not good. They got the dragon, they got a kill, and they get bot tower. This is exactly what you do not want to happen for Monster Shield here, and I feel like they're not trading anything back. They didn't really get another tower on the other side of the map. They're going to potentially lose a tier 2 tower.
Are you kidding me? That's a pretty much giveaway for Alpha X, and they even get the Might Golem for
Yeah,
themselves.
the jungle, they're just taking everything now. Your jungle is my jungle, is basically what Alpha X is saying. This is not looking good. The macro rotations and the macro play from Monster Shield is just not working out right now. They're just completely getting outplayed from that macro perspective.
And there's two things going on, top lane, in the middle as well, and Dolphin so low on HP as well, but Moon1 is going to be the first casualty in that team fight.
And there's that backstab perk coming into effect there. 60% damage reduction when Butterfly passes that backstab. But look at the kill on top lane here. That's gonna, they gotta come here because they may potentially lose their tier 2 top tower as well.
If not, Monster Shield needs to say something about this and not let them take that tier 2, and they do rotate back to top and try to clear off the waves, clear off the members from the side of Alpha X to push them back. So now 8 minutes, 20 seconds into the game, we're just waiting for the perfect opportunity to maybe pounce onto. They do get the tier 1 in the bottom lane at least.
Yeah, they're doing good here because right now there's 7 kills to 8, not too bad. 22, it's pretty even in gold, but this is their chance to really shine here. They gotta be careful. Butterfly, you don't want to focus the Mina. That's the tank. Daofeng, that's the tank. You want to get onto, you know, the Violet, a little squishier than the Mina. And I feel like if they can do that, they'll win the fight.
Look at that, another beautiful rotation coming in from Alpha X, but nothing being said so far. They're just, teasing them a little bit, putting some pressure onto the side of Monster Shield, but look at the amount of damage onto Sherry. YR gets a beautiful pushback, but where's the damage to Moon1? We'll be able to take, at least Dolphin takes one down, but now Dolphin is the only one there, but he's doing a lot of damage as well, but he gets taken out by the Violet, and now next up is Mia. This is going to be a team wipe.
Yeah, that was a misplay there. YR was in a great position. That's an ace they just handed over. YR could have, if he got a 4 or 3-man Superman flight into the team there, they would have won that fight. However, they were on the same page. Sherry dies first, and then Daofeng rotates too late. Manto, then cast Exuberance too late. They lose 2 towers now from the ace. That is devastating. Now it's a 3k gold lead for Alpha X.
They can even take the Sage Golem if they want to, just starve them for as much as possible and then take down the tier 1 tower, or even look, the timer on the Abyssal Dragon is almost up.
Yeah, that is where Monster Shield, they need to take advantage here. They gotta get the kill
Sherry.
Moon1. He just uses flash.
Can he actually get a kill onto his Moon1? The Moon1 does manage to fall back, but Renegade Search is the next one on site, but Zillanders is there with the taunt, with the Cyber Talk getting hooks in. They do not get a kill, and now they want more. They're thirsty for blood, and they want to get a kill onto his Mia, but it's so hard to do anything at the moment, but the replay does get a kill onto his Manto. Mia is such a... How did Illinois survive throughout all that?
Man, that was so close there. The Violet Get Rich escaped with a sliver of his health, but you gotta give it to Lindels. That Dark Dominion just stopped Daofeng in his tracks. He ate so many tower shots, and then he fell. Man, what a turn of events here. That was Marshu's chance to come back. Man, Alpha X just showing why they are the alpha dogs in this competition.
Alpha Dogs, indeed, definitely the Alpha in general so far in this tournament, showing a really good performance. Game 1 and Game 2 as well, but still, it's not over yet. They definitely have what it takes to turn the tides around here. What do you think they need to do for Monster Shield?
I have some hope because Dafeng has the cool butterfly skin. I think that's what's going to do it.
Is that the main reason why the skin itself? It might be.
Well, they
main
need to
reason.
support him. First, they just need to go in together. Every time I'm watching Monster Shield go in, they're like domino effect, one by one by one. That's not how you team fight, guys. You get in position. It's called PFC, okay? Positioning, focus, and combo.
Wow.
You do that 3, you'll win every team fight.
They take another tier 2 turret as well on the top lane. And Cherry just, Cherry's health just completely melts down. And this is Chalkner, by the way.
Yeah, Chalkner is not the most tanky support late game. He's just, that's just his kit. He's not like a Thane or, for example, a Lumber. They're much more tanky. So he's got to be careful. Cherry's got to be careful with that positioning. And they don't want to fight right now.
Yeah.
The, Alpha X has the Enraged Abyssal Dragon buff.
They have the Violet as well. Just slowly melting the tier 3 in the middle lane for the turret itself, and also pushing the waves slowly and surely, just making sure all 3 lanes are actually pressurized.
Oh, they gotta be careful. This tower could fall here. That's a big wave coming their way. Yep, it will fall.
Oh,
YR comes in.
Oh, look at the amount of damage. It completely gets disintegrated. And right now, they are going to try to focus on towards that middle lane because that wave is pushing in, and Violet is slowly chipping off that tower, and so they will get it.
You know what YR said?
What?
Hey guys, there's a me in team. That's me going in by myself and dying. Again, domino effect.
Oh my god.
They have to go in together. And every time YR does this, and if they go in one by one, they're going to lose. If they can engage together, they can win these team fights. But I feel like the communication and teamwork is just really not showing for Monster Shield.
And Alpha X keeps doing this. They take that two tier 3 turrets down and then fall back, disengage, get as much advantage as possible. Maybe get more buffs, more items, more in the dark
Maybe
stage
YR thinks like, hey, Alpha X doesn't have Kryptonite.
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to kill them by 5v1 as Superman.
I mean, he's been doing a pretty good job so far earlier on, but it's kind of lacking right now.
Yeah, I mean, late game, it's all about team fighting, and if you don't work together,
again,
Sherry's in big trouble.
Gets caught out yet again as well, but will be able to survive, but just, it seems to me, just to survive to die again later on, because...
Mia split pushing across the map here as Alpha X is going to take this Dark Slayer. YR just kind of roaming and hanging out for some reason.
18 to 9 kills in favor of Alpha X. 13.5 minutes into the game. They get the Dark Slayer. They're going to go for the Spirit Sentinel as well. Right now, I do believe they're going to try to rotate back to middle, but oh look, finally, Monster Shield trying to make an initiation here.
Yeah, Replay's very smart. He's going to port home. That's exactly what you want to do. Mia's going to just back out, but this is their chance. They can flicker. He can flicker onto the Violet and just Death's Embrace her. That's the win condition for Omen. If you Death's Embrace the Violet, she cannot escape it. She's stuck in that little circle for 5 full seconds, and I feel like that's what they need to do to engage.
I felt like they should not let that go away. They should definitely try something there, because when it comes to that high ground advantage,
they had vision control.
Yeah, they had high ground advantage. Even if they were going into a team fight in their base, they was probably still gonna lose that fight.
Yeah, so...
Oh, there you go. They are going to try to take that last tier 3 tower in the bottom lane.
is in the back line, though. This is a chance. They got going together. This is their chance. Go in. There we go.
Yeah, going in. Nice. Look at it. But Sherry gets a kill onto its Violet. That's going to be huge. And Melanie is the next target here by Sherry. Right now, focusing onto its Dafeng. Dear Replay doing a lot of damage and took him down. And right now, Mia also low on HP. But still... that definitely was in favor of Monster Shield, and right now they're going to be able to take that tier 3 as well. And Sherry is so low in HP, they might be able to push him back, but not take him down. And I do believe they will live to fight another day.
That was a much better engage from Monster. That's exactly what they needed to do there. Dafeng was able to get 2 kills. Instantly killing Get Rich, and that's how you want to engage. That's the win condition, but look at it. He has Omni Arms now, which means this Butterfly is going to start to become online and start doing much more burst damage. If they can execute that again, have Superman CC the entire enemy team, cast the Chaos Protection so Mina becomes useless with her ultimate, then they can easily win these team fights. And Omen can then, once Get Rich is killed, Omen needs to lock down Replay. And once you kill the 2 Lin and the Violet, you have cleared out the damage dealers on Alpha X, and you can win these fights.
Is it me, or I feel some confidence coming up from Monster Shield right now? They feel...
Oh, they need it.
They feel very confident they can win that next team fight. Right now, they want that enraged Abyssal Dragon here. If they get it, it's going to be
Monster Strike
huge
needs
for
to contest.
them.
If they get this, Monster Strike is in big trouble. They have to contest
They have to contest it.
Because with that buff, that allows Alpha X to be much more potent in their team fights.
Not actually even going to contest it. It's pretty obvious that they're going to go for the Abyssal Dragon and they're going to give it away.
Again, macro, right? It's obvious. If you want to end the game, you're going to take the Great Abyssal Dragon. If you want to get back in the game, you want to steal it and get the kills against them. Because if they kill them and take the Abyssal Dragon, Monster Strike is literally back in the game.
They're banking on a big fight here. Dolphin gets slowed down. Damage! Oh!
Wow.
So much damage coming out from Alpha. It completely deletes him out
Really
of the
nice
game.
play by Melanie there. That snare was just perfect. And that's going to end the game basically right now.
There you go. They are going to try to take down Cherry, but will manage to fall back. Manto is the next target, but still managed to survive. Wire goes in. We'll be able to try to push him back, but look at the amount of damage. But he do get a kill.
Yeah, but look at these super duper minions there.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Alpha X wants the blood.
Yeah, tries to fall back, maybe just trying to push them away, but the core is slowly getting taken down, and I do believe that is it. It's going to be a 2-0 for Alpha X.
Yeah, very well done by Team Alpha X there. So dominant in their play. They work so well together. Again, the macro game was just so phenomenal. I mean, they controlled River, they controlled Dragon. Their objective control and their objective pushing just worked out so well for them. But we did see signs of life from Monster Shield though, but it wasn't enough.
That's pretty unfortunate here. But you know what? It's fortunate for Alpha X. They will proceed to the grand final of the whole tournament itself. That must be a huge momentum boost, huge confidence boost for this team from Thailand.
Yeah, they're the favorites to win now based on what I've seen here. They just dominated Monster Shield. You know, a team from a very strong region. Chinese Taipei is one of the strongest regions along with Thailand. And Alpha X just showing why Thailand has been so dominant recently, not only in the Arena of Valor World Cup, but in this international stage as well.
Yeah, they did tell me they're kind of, pressured by the fact that Monster Shield is probably their best contender, but taking them down, they must feel really good about themselves right now. And that is it for the match itself. Put some intel into the match. We're going to give it back to Renee.
Alpha X, first confirmed team for the grand final of the PvP Esports Championship 2018. Full map control turned their opposing side Monster Shield into the play ball, basically, with Alpha X kind of playing around, showing off a bit. I got
a little bit at the end, a little bit of showboating, I think.
It was a little bit, but it was also a little concerning too. So when you take 3 high ground towers and still take 3 minutes to end the game, there's a little bit of an issue. Instead, they went for the Dark Slayer. Like, sure, you can do that, but there was a lot of moments in this game, and I truly do believe Monster Shield had an opportunity to win this game. The biggest thing for me was a fight around 9 minutes in the mid lane, because YR was able to get a nice flank off. They really abused this Omen pick a lot in the sideline. I think that was a great option, a great choice from Alpha X. But even then, we thought the Butterfly was going to be do or die. This right here, YR goes in behind before trying to go for that push. You get that push immediately, this is a reverse team wipe instantly.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like Monster Shield had a good idea how to enter these team fights. It's just that they don't have target focus. They don't really, it's very messy if we look back into these fights. And just as you mentioned, everything was pretty much close. I felt like the Jinnar pick here for Monto did a good job zoning out the Violet. Of course, once the Jinnar's in your face, you would be a little bit reserved. You would find the best position to get a safe position, just as I mentioned, but this right here was interesting.
Yeah, you know, the Butterfly is able to sneak on in there, but the other issue is you're right on top of an Arum, and this was something that we will see in the next fight, actually. I was waiting for it, because I mentioned that when an Arum sees a Butterfly, you just use your ult, and then the Butterfly is practically useless. And I thought it was, and we didn't really see that until the very last fight there, and that was what helped close out the game. For the side of Alpha X. I think for Alpha X, you're taking a look at this game, you really need to make sure you're shoring up some of your map control and as well as closing out your games, because this is still, again, you look at the gold total, they're 10,000 gold up, they're 10 kills up, they have 9 towers to 1. yet it still took so long for them to actually close out on this core, and I think that's something they need to try and shore up. Because honestly, if Monster Shield tried to do anything an extra second earlier, there's a lot of fights that really could have went in their favor if they just went for it.
I completely disagree. I think that they were just playing with their food. They knew they had that in the bag. They were like, let's go get some.
Honestly,
let's just play. Because they went and killed every single one of them at the base before taking out the core.
Well, at that point, they're waiting for minions, too. And that's another thing.
They didn't have to.
No,
one of you tank before you kill the core.
No, that never goes well in solo queue. You
There
should
was
know
one
that.
person alive.
This is not solo queue, just to remind you.
Oh wait, you know what? I
There's a
actually
reason you
agree
don't see
with
it
Rip.
you don't see it in professional play.
I agree with Rip because it seems to me after Dao Feng managed to get a catch onto the Viet, get search, that was the time I felt like Alpha X, you know what, let's end the game. And their Arum just walked into the base and then flickered and then snared, and then there you go. They managed to get that pick off 4v5, and that's how it ended.
I'm a big, supporter when it comes to respect. If you're not respecting your opponents and you're not just finishing off games when you can, that's an opportunity for your opponent to get back in the game. Now, I'm not saying Monster Shield's going to be getting back into the game after losing all their high ground towers.
Yeah.
But you don't want to keep doing that.
It's scary. It's a little bit scary, right? To open yourself up to that opportunity. Give them even that chance of making that comeback. Yeah.
Well, to be honest, Monster Shield changed up their roster, right? They switched up their jungle and as well as their side lane, their Abyssal Dragons. I felt like this is a more stronger Dao Feng and as well as, yes, their jungler. Yeah.
Was it JR letting his...
YR.
Yes, not
there we
JR.
go.
YR letting his team down, basically. We talked about him before, and there was this chance being that star player on the team, making everything happen for Monster Shield, trying to turn the match around for them in the second round, because we knew already what was wrong. Mispositioning, they get caught off and all that stuff, might not want to face that Violet again, and still kind of same game in game 2, right?
Well, I think the big thing is the Superman, it felt like it was so close to making those giant plays.
Yeah.
So close to making those team fights happen for Monster Shield. But again, we're over here in Asia. These teams are adjusted to the Superman pick. You know, when we were at AWC, you and me, Rip, Superman 100% ban rate all the way up until the final, where it lost 2 times in a row because people either didn't practice it enough or it was literally, it's just not as powerful as everyone thought. So I do think YR showed why that was banned in game 1. I thought there was lost opportunities. It's just the execution. You're so close, but you got to finish it off.
Right, especially that fight at the 9-minute mark, as you mentioned there. And, you know, so many times, too, Superman, or just the team fights in general in this game, they were just very, very close, but Alpha X would just walk with just a pixel on each of their champions and be like, all right, we got it. You know, one time they chased Get Search all the way to that mid tower, and Get Search just had like a pixel of health left, but they couldn't close out the kill. All of a sudden, re-engage from the other side, Alpha X wipes the team almost. So, unfortunate circumstances, not enough damage.
Happens, damage is needed. Alpha X find themselves in the grand final of the event here in Singapore, and Monster Shield will have another chance in the lower bracket, which is the next best of one that's coming up. We'll bring you more Arena of Valor action right after the break.
Don't let the lag monster stand in the way of you and your games. Defeat it with Singtel's 1+1 Gbps Fiber Pro Gamer Bundle and enjoy dedicated gaming bandwidth. Razer's new Sela gaming router featuring zero-weight DFN.